2022 election season for Fort Bend County public office holders is not very far. With a vision of service and prosperity for the residents of Fort Bend County, the Republican Party of Fort Bend County held a kickoff and meetup rally to bring forward a team of principled leadership to run for elections through GOP platform. At the rally, everyone stressed upon the need of more political activism and to bring out more people to vote for the Republican Party candidates.
Sugar Land just had a city council member elected by 5 votes. And so your vote is so important, and it will be as we move into the 2022 election. So I just want to encourage you, please help us keep our county the strong county it is. I hear from people all over that said, please help us not only preserve and maintain, but to keep our county this beautiful, pristine county that it is. And the reason that it's like that is because we've had 20 years in the past of Republican leadership who laid a foundation that people could move here and have business and have freedom. We've had a lot of people who have in the past voted Democrat because they thought that they needed to, because they were told to, because people maybe look the same. And now they're questioning that because the National Democratic Party is putting forth such radical ideas that any person that I've talked to that is trying to raise a family here said we can't have our children raised under such radical principles. And I think the most important topic is safety, and people in our community are so concerned about safety. And the Republican Party has been the party that has stood up for that and said, we totally agree with you. We want balance from both sides, but we want to respect our fire departments and our law enforcement. We want our schools to teach values that don't conflict with what you're trying to teach at home, because you're trying to raise good citizens, and we want to help you raise good citizens, because if we don't have a free country, then the whole world has lost freedom.
How do you tell people what they should do, especially regarding preservation of faith, values, and making America a strong country, keeping it a strong country of all leaders?
Look, that's what the Republican Party is all about, is finding our roots in our faith, and whatever faith that may be, and then applying how we would treat our family to how we would treat others. And I think that's what the Republican Party is based on, and that's what we've built our platform on, is unity through our diversity and our faith in Christ, or our faith in Islam, whatever that may be. And so that's where the Republican Party kind of stands, and we welcome everybody, you know. And I think what Linda may be trying to say is, look, this is the righteous party. We are the party of diversity. We are welcoming everybody, and this is a place for every voter of every demographic.
We have a moral compass that God has given us, and if we can divorce the nation from religion, then all we have left are government mandates. And we're either going to be governed outside externally through force, or if we follow our faith, we're going to be governed on the inside. And the more people are governed on the inside, they don't need as much excessive government. And so that's why I think there's a big push to get religion out, because they want to grow the government and grow their dominance. And we've got to avoid that. A kid would see a man in a nice car, and he'd wonder, how do I get a nice car like that? Now, instead of doing what it takes to get what our dreams are, now what they're trying to do is wait on government to do it for us. And so this new generation, without faith, without, if you don't work, you don't eat, without faith that you can be anything you want to be, then we become more reliant on government, and that causes a problem.
GOP candidates running for the office are diverse and experienced with deep roots in the community. They know what are the core issues that need to be addressed in Fort Bend County.
Well, this is a great event. We have a lot of people here showed up. We have a packed house in there. People coming out, wanting to get more involved in our process and ensure their own values and beliefs are represented when they go vote at the ballot box.
I think we have an opportunity with Joe Waltz as the leading candidate for Fort Bend County Judge to, as conservatives, all coalesce behind Joe and support him so that he emerges from the primary strong and well-funded to go into the general to win in November, which is where we as a party really need to win. Our fight is no longer in March. Victories in March don't really matter at this point. It's what we can do in November and who we can produce as a viable candidate to get us there in November.
Being a business leader, I understand the leadership matter. Knowing and owning several businesses, running budgets, extensive, and also detailed contracts, that's all experience is matter. So as a commissioner candidate, and once we should have a knowledge, and I feel in my heart I am the right candidate, as many different civic leader, business leaders approach me and ask me to run for the candidacy. So I got the full confidence of vote from different my friends and family, and here I am.
You need someone who has the engineering background to look after your roads and bridges and infrastructure. Not only that, like you said, I am a real estate broker practicing over 15 years in Fort Bend County. I understand the land, the taxes, how the property taxes is squeezed in one side and appraisal values. So people are hurting. So many people are hurting, and their taxes are increasing every year. And not only that, spending is out of control.
Through faith in God, strong family values, limited government, quality education, honesty, responsibility, integrity, and love for the United States of America, Fort Bend County GOP Party wants to preserve and to further develop the county for the present and future generations of its residents.
I'm hoping to bring faith and family values back to Texas, keep Texas red, work for the Republican Party, and we really appreciate what you and Mo do for our state and for our party. Thank you.
We're excited to have such a great turnout this evening. It's good. The conservative message is a winning message. We have faith, family, and freedom to fight for. Fort Bend County has seen a little bit of a downturn in its Republican candidates succeeding in office, and so this is a great way to kick off, to hear the platform and to hear the message of unity and inclusion and diversity. I'm excited for the upcoming election season, and I think tonight is just the start of something great again here in Fort Bend County.
You can Google knowledge, but wisdom comes from the Lord. And so people think that because they see it on their phone, that it must be true. It's like in the old days, you see something on TV, they think, oh, it must be true because I saw it on television. Now they see it on the internet, and they see a quote out of context, and they think that it's true. But I would really caution the millennials out there, study the issues. Don't just haphazardly go and say, Trump said this, or Bush said that, or one of the other Republicans said this. Go and think about it and understand the issues from both sides. Listen to both sides of the media. Go to websites that have news from the right and the left and understand it thoroughly. Talk to your friends about it. And that's how I've tried to train my kids and the people in my world to think through this a little bit and understand it and go cast a vote that's got some understanding and wisdom behind it.
We're living and working to provide for their future, and it's sad to say, but the Democrat Party is not providing a future for your children, or my children, our grandchildren. And so I just challenge people to break out of a mold. Don't do what you're expected or told, but vote what your values stand for, what your heart says that your future will be if you vote for a certain party. So, of course, I have to proudly represent what the Republican Party has stood for, because I believe that God created America for a purpose. and it was to be the free beacon of light to the world. And so I fight for that. Chairman at FBCGOP.org, and it stands for Fort Bend County GOP.org. And so please send your questions or ideas and how you want to help, and we will welcome you and look forward to such a bright future together.
The Republican Party of Fort Bend County wants to keep Fort Bend not only strong, prosperous and diverse, but also want to preserve it from ethnic divisions, bad governance and turmoil. Tanveer Ahmed Khan, reach out.